Hola, clase. This is Chapter 9 review for our test that is coming up. It's going over measurement, perimeter, a whole bunch of fun stuff. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go over a couple practice problems that you can do and go over with me now so that you are better prepared for the test tomorrow. So, the first kind of problem that we're going to do on this review is a conversion problem that is 63 feet to yards. We're converting 63 feet into yards. Now, use your knowledge that you know, pause, and then solve, go. Okay, so there's two different ways you can do this. You know that the conversion from feet to yards is 3 feet is 1 yard equals 1 yard. So, you can do two things. You know that if you go from feet to yards, we're going from smaller to bigger, so that means we divide. So we could do 63 divided by 3. And our answer, we would get 21. Now, if you didn't know that, you could set it up the other way, the conversion way that I do want you to know. So you would do 63 feet. Now, we're going to do yards to feet, and feet needs to be on the bottom so we can cancel it out, and yards is on the top. And our conversion is 1 yard is 3 feet. Now that we know, we can cross out the feet, and we know that since 63 is on the top and 3 is on the bottom, we're going to divide, and then our math problem ends up being 63 divided by 3 anyways, which equals 21 yards. Always make sure you put that label there. So that's the first thing you can do. The next one is going to be 23 kilograms, 2 grams. Pause and solve. Okay, all we're going to do, remember we have our stair steps. We have our base, we have down here, we have deci, centi, milli, and up here we have deca, hecta, and killa. Now, so what this is, something that I'll let you write down for on the test. But you do need to know how to use it. So you're starting at kilograms and you're going to grams. Grams is a base, remember? Grams, liters, and meters are all the bases. So we're going from killa to back to the base. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. So all that means is when we have our number is 23 kilograms. And by the way, whenever you have a whole number, the decimal goes at the end. And all we're going to do is we're going to move it three spots, since we went down 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. That's all there is to it. 23,000 grams is your answer. Cool beans. Let's do a couple more problems here. I want you to find the perimeter. I want you to find this side X, if we have one side that is 14, one side that's 6.5, one side that is 8.5, and the whole perimeter is 32. So, you will need to solve for X. Think about what perimeter is, pause, and solve. Okay. So, perimeter is the whole way around it. So we know 3 of the sides, right? And we know that the whole thing is 32. So what we're going to do is add these 3 together and then subtract it from 32. So the first thing I'm going to do is add these together. Remember to line up your decimals. That's going to give us that. And then we're going to get 19. That's 29. So then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 29 from that. So X would equal 3. And I realize that side looks like it should be way longer than 3, but I didn't set that problem up. But the answer would be 3. Okay, 2 more. Okay. Next one. If I have a parallelogram that is QRST, and QR is equal to 7 inches, and RS is equal to 11 inches. What is the perimeter of that shape? We went over this today in class. So pause and solve. Okay, there are 2 ways you can go about this. The first way you could draw it out, QRST, and it's a parallelogram. So all I'm going to do, QRST. So it says QR is 7, it says RS is 11. So that can help me figure out the rest of them. If this is 11, then this has to be 11. If this is 7, this has to be 7. So all I do is add them up. 7 plus 7 is 14. 11 plus 11 is 22. Then I do 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 36. So my perimeter is 36. Another thing I could do is I know that if one side is QR, then another side has to be QR. Because remember, there's always two equal sides. If one side is 11, I know that there's a second side that's 11. So I'd get 14 and 22, and then I'd add just like I did over there, and I'd get 36. So those are the two ways you can go about solving that one. Last kind of problem is if you have... Oh, that's ugly. If I have a shape like this, and I don't know this side, what is the perimeter? I want you to see if you can solve for that side and then find the perimeter. Pause and solve. Okay. So, first thing we need to do is figure out what R is. Well, we should know that if we split these two like this, if we pretended these were two different rectangles, then we would know that this side has to equal this side, so this right here is 4. And this side would have to equal this side, so this would be 3. So we would know that that whole R side would be 7. So then all we're going to do is add around. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. And 25 plus 7 would give us 32. So our perimeter is 32. Okay, if you got confused by any of them, go back through, rewind, watch it again. Make sure you can solve all those because that is most of the test for tomorrow right there. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow.